Let's start with Mary Frances. She heard from Kim White earlier this evening. If elected, White would be Chattanooga's first female mayor. Mary Frances.
Well, Cindy, that is correct. Kim White does have a chance to to make history if she becomes the first female mayor in Chattanooga. She just has to survive 6 more weeks and then beat Tim Kelly in that runoff. Now, it was a great atmosphere tonight. She called tonight an election win. So she had a bunch of supporters, about 200 people gathered here in the ballroom at the West End to just show their support for her. So at times at the very beginning, it was a pretty heated and it was a tight race between Wade Hinton and Kim White for second place. However, later in the election, as more precincts reported their results, she kind of surged and cut into Tim Kelly's lead and edged him, only lost by less than 300 votes. So she received 29% of the votes compared to, like Greg said, 30% that Tim Kelly received. Now, whenever she realized she was a shoo-in for a runoff, she came into the ballroom to a bunch of cheering fans, super excited for Kim White. She got onto the podium, said some remarks. The first thing she did was thank the voters, her family, and her campaign for standing by here all this time since she announced she was going to run for mayor for the city of Chattanooga. And then she quickly said, now let's take this momentum and win this thing. And she feels very confident she can do that. She said she's received money in her campaign from every single zip code in the city. So her goal now is just to get out there, connect with voters who didn't vote for her, tell them why she is the best option to be the mayor of Chattanooga. And of course, she did congratulate Tim Kelly, but she did make it very clear they are two very different candidates.
Different candidates. We have 2 different types of backgrounds, so I think we're 2 totally different candidates that we'll have time to talk about on the debate floor. All about momentum and action. And I think the fact that now we are seeing people that have had the COVID shot, and people are getting out more. It's going to be an opportunity for us to actually do more face-to-face.
All right, Kim White says she's the most qualified candidate to become this mayor, and she says it's past time that Chattanooga has a female mayor, and she's ready to be the first candidate. So there was a lot of excitement. Again, she called tonight an election win, so you can expect to see her out in person, campaigning in neighborhoods, connecting with voters, telling them why she should be the next mayor of the city of Chattanooga as she gets ready in 6 weeks to go against her challenger, Tim Kelly. And I know our Joy Dukes was at Tim Kelly's event tonight. Joy, how were things looking over there tonight?
Yeah, Mary Frances. Kelly and his campaign say, as the candidate that earned the most votes out of 15 in the race for mayor, that tonight was also a win for them, and that they are extremely confident as well going into this runoff against Kim White, and that on April 13th that they believe that they will come out successfully. Now, he says that they were extremely happy to see that he had earned the most votes. He got 8,562 votes to White's 8,289 votes. That's just under 300 votes. He maintained that lead throughout the evening. Media was not allowed inside the restaurant that he was holding his event at, but he did come out afterwards to this outdoor space where he held a drive-through event to say thank you in person, along with his wife, to people who came out that supported him, that voted for him, to try to, make some sort of semblance of an opportunity to meet his supporters out of the pandemic that we're currently in, that doesn't necessarily allow for those kinds of events. He did say that he is planning to make sure that he reaches those voters that he didn't necessarily get to, and those who did not vote yet, that he believes that he will be successful. Here's a bit of what he said during his comments earlier this evening.
We're fighting for the soul and the spirit and the future of this great city. Chattanooga's greatest asset is its people. I'm confident that if we stay organized and stay focused, we will close this thing out with a win on April 13th.
A part of his speech was pretty emotional. He also had a moment of silence for those who died from COVID-19. And he said a part of his strategy over the next 6 weeks is going to be not only reaching out to people who did vote for him, but also reaching out to those who voted for other candidates and people who may not have even made it to the polls during this election. He says that those are the people that he's really trying to reach and share his message and vision for the city. Now, he did tell members of the press tonight that voter fatigue is a really serious serious concern going into this runoff election, but we'll of course be continuing our coverage until the next mayor of Chattanooga is named. And you can use the WRCB app as a resource to get more information on both of the remaining candidates. For now, live in Chattanooga tonight, Joy Dukes, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.